Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
That's what I'm talking about. Our guest today, sponsored by Basant Motors. That includes Ross Tucker. Basant Motors is turning the big 3-0, and they are ready to celebrate with some amazing deals. Find out more at basantmotors.com. Sunday Night Football is the number one, not sports television program, the number one television program in North America. Wow. Last night, one boy of mine is working. The other one is in minor hockey tryouts. I'm driving all over the city. I'm listening to, and you know, I want to watch the game, but I'm driving around. I'm listening to the radio. Wow. Westwood One broadcast, NFL Network, and I'm telling you, I love listening to sports on radio. And Ross Tucker, what a job he did last night in that Chiefs-Ravens game. Ravens winning 36-35. Just tremendous.
He's got a great voice. Obviously, you and I don't, but Ross has got a great voice. It's part and parcel of the whole 9 yards.
Anyway, my point is, if you're disciplined, if you have to drive the kids around on a Sunday night, you're missing the football game. You're not missing anything.
You want to listen to Tucker's voice.
You can listen to the broadcast on radio. It's just tremendous. Ross Tucker joining us now from the Ross Tucker Football Podcast and Westwood One. Ross, how are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic, fellas, although I've got so many things to say already, and you haven't even asked me a question.
Go.
Number one, Donnie, when I heard you saying I had one boy of mine was working, because you're talking about Sunday Night Football, you said one boy of mine was working. I was like, wow, Donnie and I are like boys like that. Like, I thought you were saying me. Like one boy of mine was working on Sunday Night Football. I thought you were calling me your boy. I was like, well, first of all, I didn't know Canadians said my boy like that.
We don't a lot.
Secondly, all right, Donnie, we'll be boys. That's cool.
Yeah.
Secondly, please tell the folks at Basant, I'm currently deciding between the 2020 Lexus RX or the 2014 Land Rover Range Rover Sport. The 2013 McLaren looks nice as well.
Nice.
So I'm on Basant Motors website right now. Looks like it's 123 Robson Street. But I'm trying to figure out exactly what vehicle I'd like from the good folks at Basant.
Oh, man.
I said those radio broadcasts were good. I didn't know they were that popular. The guy's driving around with a Land Rover or Range Rover. Tremendous. Hey, Ross, before we get into the football game, you went on and on, or not on and on, but you tweeted out about the Baltimore pressbox food. Did they come through yesterday?
Well, look, this is very important, and look at me. Look at my eyes. I am dead serious as I'm talking to you guys, okay? Yeah. It's reflective of the entire organization. And as you guys would say, as Rick would say, organization. So at halftime, when I saw that the Baltimore Ravens had their famous Baltimore crab cakes at halftime, I knew the Ravens were going to win that game. I knew the Ravens were going to have a big second half. It's an organizational-wide decision to say, look, this is what we're doing tonight. This is what we're doing in this game. Pre-game was not bad. It was Italian, stuffed shells, meatballs, chicken parm. Wasn't the best meatballs, chicken parm, or stuffed shells I've ever had, but it was fine. I get in there at halftime, crab cakes, and they've got bags and bags of both peanut and plain M&Ms. Now, I'm 42 years old. I have no idea why anyone would choose the plain M&Ms when the peanut M&Ms are right there. I've never understood that. But at any rate, the Ravens organization said, you know what, darn it, we're tired of losing to the Chiefs. We're pulling out all the stops. It starts with halftime, and then we come roaring out in the second half. I posted all on social media at Ross Tucker NFL. That is the biggest reason why the Ravens won that game.
At the end of that broadcast, crab cakes aside, you said that for the Ravens, it was a statement game. What statement did they make?
That they're going to be a contender and that they're sick and tired of losing to the Chiefs. I mean, they had lost 4 straight to the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes was 3-0 against Lamar Jackson. They had lost 3 years in a row to the Chiefs. they were like the Chiefs, little kid brother, and I think it's finally time that the Ravens stood up. Now, they were fortunate. They got some breaks late in that game, but that's what has to happen to beat the Chiefs. And they got it done. Guys, they have 14 guys on IR. Ronnie Stanley was hurt. I mean, the Ravens are the most beat-up team in the NFL, and yet they took down the mighty Chiefs. First loss in Mahomes' career in the month of September.
Hey, Ross, headline in the Seattle Times, Seahawks lost to Titans, a choke job, one of the worst in the Pete Carroll era. How did you see that game unfold?
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was a game that they absolutely should have won. I'm stunned with the way it unfolded that they didn't win. And it's interesting, these games, like that Chiefs-Ravens last night, the Seahawks against the Titans, these are huge swing games. Everybody's fighting for playoff positioning. They're all in competitive divisions and conferences, and we know how important the number one seed is. It's a big loss for the Chiefs. It's a big loss for the Seahawks, especially in the NFC West. Niners 2-0. The Cardinals are 2-0. I mean, you've got to hold serve. The Rams are 2-0. You're playing at home against an okay Titans team, but they're not great. You have the lead throughout. Russell Wilson's dropping some bombs. Very disappointing performance by the Seahawks, especially the defense. I thought looked pretty good against the Colts in week 1.
Hey, Ross, let's talk about the rookie quarterback, Zach Wilson, 4 picks yesterday. He was booed by the fans in New York. Which one of the rookie QBs are you worried about the most, and which one are you saying, okay, this guy's going to be okay?
Wait, Rick, I didn't even know that. Was he really booed by them?
Yeah. He overthrew a receiver in the fourth quarter, and he was
2 games in.
Booed.
Oh, man. Let me ask you this, in all sincerity. They don't really do that like in Canada and Vancouver, do they? Like, you guys are just way nicer. I know, I'm sure you eventually boo, but I have to imagine Canadians, you guys are all so nice. Like, it has to take a lot longer. You wouldn't boo your new rookie star player in his second game, would you?
No.
Ross, come here in November when the Canucks are on a 5-game losing streak. You might see some booing. Trust me. When it comes to hockey, yes, Canadians will boo.
They will boo. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, so I'm that's unfortunate for Zach Wilson. Yeah. He's going to have days like that. Frankly, most rookie quarterbacks have days like that. That's just kind of part of playing that position that you learn to live with, especially when you're a young player. It's not the worst thing in the world. They probably wouldn't have beat the Patriots anyway. And he doesn't have a lot around him. I thought there was actually a positive. I thought the Jets defense looked okay. Mm-hmm. Damian Harris had one awesome run, but I thought overall the Jets defense looked a lot better than they did against Sam Darnold. That's 2 games in. Jets defense does not have a lot of talent. And they've hung tough, I feel like, against both the Panthers and the Patriots.
Ross, quickly, our Delaney's okay, Tyron Langley inbox. Somebody's asking, is Ross wearing his pajamas?
Does it look like I'm wearing? No,
yeah.
This is a Princeton shirt.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. You know why I wear this? All right, I'm wearing the Princeton gear because my daughters go to like a fancy private school, whatever. So everybody there is like really into academics and it's whatever and blah blah blah. It's like very she, right?
Yeah.
I absolutely love when it's my day to go pick them up. My wife and I take turns. We have a nanny, but nanny's off today, so I'm picking them up. I love rocking my Princeton gear. Yeah, when I go there, because I know the other parents and even like the faculty, I know it just grinds at them that I went to a better school than they did. I know it bothers them.
And played in the NFL.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they don't want to admit it, because all they did was study, and now they're a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. I don't even care, right? But they didn't go to Princeton. They didn't go to the number 1 ranked school in the country.
Hey, Ross, I don't think you know this. Donnie and I tried to get into Princeton. They said no.
I would imagine if you're from Vancouver, you better be real good at hockey to get into Princeton.
That's right. They do have a good hockey team.
No, you know what? It's funny. I always tell you guys this. those are my favorite guys other than the football guys at Princeton were the hockey guys. Now, most of them were from, Eastern Canada, but those guys are, literally you're at Princeton, the #1 school in the country, and those guys, every meal, all they would talk about was how the East Coast Hockey League was paying $500 a week now.
That's a great story, Ross.
I hear the East Coast is up to $500 a week now. Hey, that's awesome. I'm like, dude, you guys go to Princeton, $500 a week.
Exactly.
And they were dead serious.
Yes, because they want to continue their career, and they were thinking East Coast.
We know those guys.
Yeah.
All right, Ross. Hey, it's my boy. It's Ross Tucker from
Ross
Tucker Football
on
Podcast.
The game. I really thought, Donnie, after the last couple of years, I really thought you were saying, I'm driving around last night and listening to my Sunday Night Football, my boy Ross, and then you said my other boy was at hockey or something.
Yeah. You've been I don't have to say it. It doesn't have to be said, Ross. You're my boy, and you'll be our boy next week as well. Thanks for doing this.
My pleasure. Anytime. You guys know that.
You got it, buddy.